All right, welcome back to the channel. Now, just a little update on how the interior looks in the RAV4 after, what, 100,000 miles? 102,000 miles? Let's look. What do we got? 103,010. All right, so look at these. The driver's side mat. It's already worn down a significant amount. That's salt. But we got one hole already. So I'll look up some other mats to see what features they have. They like water resistant, maybe got resistance to wear. I don't know. That's a seat. Let's zoom in a little bit. That's the seat cushion. I'm at one of my camping locations. All right, I got dirty clothes. All right, that's a little grainy there. Let's just do that. No, the rear is holding up pretty good. Just normal amount of, starting to look ashy, meaning a little grayish. All right, I'm sure I could clean those and just oil them up. Now I keep a seat cover on the rear seats. That's where all my passengers sit. So the back pretty much looks perfect. And that's a towel drying off right there. This came from the gym and took a shower. All right. So the interior is holding up pretty good. Let's look at the center. USBs, so now people rarely use them. Let's go in a little bit. Come on, adjust. Who's adjusting? That's pretty good. Yeah, it's like little nicks, little cuts and scrapes, because when people get in and get out of the car, they kind of nick things up. It looks dirtier than it actually looks, I guess, because it's so bright. But every morning I have a subscription to a car wash. I vacuum. Now it does slightly have this kind of grayish look, and that's because of, I guess, dirt. So vacuuming is not going to get rid of that. I'll have to actually clean it and then like oil it up to give it this nice thick black shine again. But interior is looking not too bad. Yeah, some little scuffs around here. As people getting in and out of the car. I'm glad that. Well, I got one little scrape right here. You can probably see at these edges, whatever you call this part of the car, is pretty much intact. On my Corolla, that's pretty beat up right there. So she looks pretty good. All right, let's look at the last gas mileage we got. There we go. Well, maintenance soon. Time for another oil change, and that means it's time for another tire rotation. That's what that means. Let's look at this engine while we're here. Let's look at the. It's off. The car's off. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's 100 and whatever it said earlier. Over 100,000 mile engine. And we got the inverter, excuse me. I'm about to say transaxle. Well, I guess it's technically still a transaxle. Inverter. I think it's the proper name. That goes to the orange cable that some of you are curious about. And we got our O2 or lambda sensor there. And looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Now, dusty. Look like it's been through what somebody mentioned. Engine looked like it'd been through the desert. But that's just a normal accumulation of dirt. So, looks pretty normal. No issues. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. Wow, I've had little weird key fob issues, like not detecting the key, like little weird little glitches. So, like it wouldn't detect the key. I'm in the car. Well, maybe the battery's getting low. I have been having distance issues with the key fob. Like I had to be a certain distance where I remember being like very far away, and it was still unlocking and locking. But I can lock it through the app. Only thing is when I unlock it through the app, I can't. I have to use the key fob near the start button to start the car. So that's the only thing about that. Unlocking it with the app on my phone, I have to put the key fob near the start to actually start it. And where I'm staying at, they just redid these the parking lines, so everything's fresh. Woke me up, and did he wake me up? Woke me up. No, I started hearing about commotion, and I said, you know what? I'm sleeping a little late anyway. I really should have got out of here. So that's what happens when you sleep late. All right, stuff around you start happening. All right, so yeah, like the other side of this lot, they're doing the lines on it now, and they did this I think they did this side yesterday and the day before yesterday. So everything's going pretty decent with the car, the RAV. I actually have to check up on my brother with the 2020 Corolla. I got to check up on him, see how many miles are on it, and if he's having any issues. When I gave it to him, I had 481,000 miles on the Corolla Hybrid 2020. So I'll text him after I'm done this video, and I'll get back to you guys with hopefully a clearer picture of the mileage. Hopefully, I can tell him to take a clear picture of the mileage when he as early as convenience, and that's a testimony. Even not in my hands, in my brother's hand. My brother's 25, I think. I think he's 25. No, I think he's younger than that. I think he's like 23 or 22. But he's taking care of it. He brought the headlight, the $500 headlight for the headlight assembly, LED, that I didn't want to purchase. So he bought that, and it seems to be running good. So, but the RAV, which we're driving now, we already put 100,000 miles on it, and has been yet less than a year. All right. I bought this car. When did I buy this car? In June, like June 6th, 7th, 8th, something like that, of 2024. And it has been running almost perfect for me. Almost perfect. And I have cheap spark plugs in there too. So then the next one, the next change, spark plug change, which I'll do before the summer's over. I'll put the original NGK in there. I put some double platinum or triple platinum, whatever it was from AutoZone, in there. And some people in the comment section were like, well, no, you use the wrong plugs. And I did them too early, apparently. They're supposed to last. I'm just supposed to change the spark plugs now, the NGK, at 100,000 miles. And I'm sure they're right. So the next NGK, the next plugs I get will be NGK for this. And a host of other things could happen in between. Okay? But I'll see you in the next video. Peace.